G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this episode of Pokemon Market Update, we are taking a look at the Elite Trainer boxes for Team Up, Lost Thunder and Celestial Storm. Let's get into it. So we're going to be starting off with the Team Up Elite Trainer box. Now this is on TCG Player, it's American dollars and I will be converting it to Australian dollars as well. But we can see that it is currently sitting at a rough market price of about 320 US. Now, factoring in TCG Player fees and PayPal fees, if this was to be sold on here, it comes to about 277 bucks US. And if we convert that to Australian dollars, it brings it to about 395 bucks Australian. Now, we usually do go and have a look on eBay as well, but there isn't too much data on this for the Australian eBay, so we aren't going to be touching upon that. But given the history of TCG Player and converting it to eBay, it is pretty accurate. So we'll just be going for this one just off TCG Player. So as I said, the Australian value after fees is going to be about $3.95 and American's going to be about $2.77. And if we go and have a look at how much we would have paid for this, so in Australia, this ETB you would have been able to pick up for 65 bucks. Now, if we chuck that into the return on investment calculator and we chuck in 65 Australian, and after fees, we did sell it for $3.95. And this set was released in 2019, the beginning of 2019 in February. So let's just say we bought it when it came out and we've held onto it for 3 years. Obviously, we wouldn't have been buying it this early. So more like 2 years, I would say we've held onto this for. And if we calculate, we can see that we would have a $330 profit for a return on investment of 507%. This is Australian. Don't worry about this too much if you're not an Australian, but if you are in the US, UK, wherever, this is the number that is going to be similar for all countries, is the return on investment. So just over 500% return on investment in 2 years, which is amazing. So a very, very good pickup if you did pick up the Team Up Elite Trainer box, 500% return on investment, so very good. Now we move on to the Lost Thunder Elite Trainer box. Now we can see that it is currently sitting at about 163 US, and if we take out fees, it's going to be about 140 bucks, give or take. So if we convert that US 140 to Australian, it is going to be pretty much smack bang on 200 Australian dollars. And if we go and have a gaze at eBay, we can see that there is a bit of a mix here for Australian. So 211. All of these have had offers accepted a little bit lower than this price here. 243, 236, 306, a little bit less, 230, 213, 243. So if I did take an average of all these and it comes to about 245 bucks Australian, and obviously these are all with postage as well. So if we calculate fees in that, it brings it down to about 205 bucks. So very, very similar to TCG Player. So we know that we can go off TCG Player again for this Elite Trainer box. And if we go to our return on investment calculator, we'll get rid of what we did for Team Up. You would have been able to pick this one up for at least around 70 bucks. Obviously, you could have paid more, you could have paid less at the time this set was in print and was available at most retailers. But if we picked it up for 70 and we sold it for 200 here in Australia, and we do calculate this, we are looking at an investment gain of about 130 bucks Australian, for a return on investment of 185%. So obviously not as high as Team Up, but it is still more than double your money, which is what we want as investors. We want to be doubling our money as quick as we can, offloading it, and then reinvesting that into another product. So if you did invest in this, you've still nearly tripled your money, which is very, very good. You're only 10 bucks off tripling your money. You probably could even get that, but another decent investment, just not as good as Team Up. And the final ETB we're taking a look at is the Celestial Storm Elite Trainer box. As we can see, it is currently sitting in the US at a market price of about $229, and calculating after fees, it comes down to about 198. So 198 US, if we do convert that, it brings it to about 283 bucks Australian. Now, if we go and compare that to eBay sales, this must have just been updated in the last couple of days, because researching this video, there were about 7 sold here in Australia in the last couple of months, and those averages did come to $350 Australian. But we can have a look at some of the overseas ones, and it's kind of similar as well: 330, 430, 380, 400, 317, 315. So the average again will come around to that 350. It is very consistent in all countries for converting it, at least here to Australia. So after fees on eBay, it'd be about 300 Australian dollars. So between eBay and TCG Player, there's not much difference again. So if we go and chuck that into the return on investment calculator, again, you would have been able to pick this one up for about 70 Australian. Again, you could have got it for more, could have got it for less. And if we were to get it for that, around that $200 and we'll just say about $90. We'll meet in the middle. We can see that we would have an investment gain of about 220 bucks Australian for a return on investment of 314%. So that is quadrupling our original investment, which is very, very good. This set did come out in August of 2018, so you probably would have been holding on to this set for about 2.5 years, and the annualized ROI is usually about 76% per year, so very, very good. So in conclusion, if you do go and have a look back at last week's video, I'll leave that tagged in the description below, and if we do compare the return on investments between the Elite Trainer boxes and the booster boxes for this set, the Elite Trainer boxes tend to have more return on investment than booster boxes. Not all the time, but majority of the time, Elite Trainer boxes will do better return on investment wise than booster boxes. Just something to keep in mind. But anyway, if you did like the video, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and in next week's video, we will be going over another 3 more sets and the booster boxes and comparing and see how much return on investment we would have gotten if we invested in those 3. And if there is any 3 in particular you do want me to have a look at, leave it down below and I'll see what I can do. Anyway guys, see you in the next video. Bye.